What up, bro hams? Changes to the AI are coming. Let's rap a taste about it. Okay, so basically the AI have been an issue for some players. They know this, the devs, so they've worked up some information here for us to let us know about the coming changes. And one of those is that the AI can now set up an ambush in random places at will. That's something that is going to definitely offset what we've been doing, where we've been memorizing where they spawn, etc., and things like that. So all of these changes are going to eliminate that ability, but it's also going to add a new dynamic to the game. Harder, meaner, smarter. Those are the 3 words to remember. Okay, so now make sure that you are playing, as a suggestion, to be playing in teams. Solo runs are going to be, not possible at some point until you level up your skills. Then you would have a better chance at it. You would even the odds, rather. Also, make sure your call outs are together, that your team speak, Discord, and all that good stuff is taken care of, because it's definitely going to be very vital. Now, on to the next one. They've also learned hiding out and letting the enemy come close. So basically, they're going to wait on you. It's not going to be so much of the, well, there's 3 that spawn here and I know where they are, so I just got to go to them, kill each one, and I'm golden. No, they're going to start waiting for you to come through. And then once you arrive, then they can hide just the same that we do, same way we camp them out. So now the next one is the AI firing range is now logically limited with weapons effective distance. So basically what they're saying here now is that for a while we've had people saying and complaining about how the scavs have the ability to shoot things like shotguns, because mainly that's what they had at first, and pistols, that they were able to get like headshots from like across the map. I'm exaggerating, but from a good distance, right? So now their weapons effective distance is going to be scaled back to what the weapon itself is actually capable of. Although, shotguns are capable of a larger range than I think that some people know, right? If that even sounds right. So yeah, that's going to be changed. So now it'll be better. I don't know why it was like that to begin with. I think it was just part of the testing, just to kind of see what would happen, for whatever reasons. But there is going to be reworked hideout points. So basically, I guess this is what would be like the spawns as well, or where they normally have been, that we've seen them, not necessarily spawning, but like places for them to hide. So we'll know more later, obviously, right? So their decision tree has been expanded by 80%, multiple optimizations introduced. Okay, so now that just means they, their if ands and all that, what they do in programming, based on what we do, so they'll make more decisions. They have more wealth of choices to make depending on what we do. And even working as a team, I mean, that's just going that's got to be a lot, basically. You know what I mean? It's got to be a lot of different ways to think of things and how to do it. So anyway, not to ramble on, the AI now checks suspicious points. Okay, so that's going to be crazy, because there's places that you can go, like in customs and factory, and that you always know of to hide. Like in particular in the factory, you have the yellow loaders, right? The loaders and the forklifts and things like that. Okay, so I would think are suspicious points, right? Because those are things you need to check, because people can just hide back there, right? Or even behind those pipes in factory, by the exit door, one of the exit doors that people hide behind all the time to spawn camp. Yeah, I know, we see you. Anyway, so that's going to be something that is crazy because instead of them just coming and walking around and just looking around, I mean, they're going to be checking for you. So now there's going to be reworked AI behavior on maps. In factory, there's going to be basic reworks, customs, added new zones and rework the old ones. So if you didn't know, customs is actually going to undergo an expansion. There's going to be new zones that will be added to the map that we can play on. This is going to definitely add to the chaotic fun now because they're going to rework the AI for both those zones and the old ones. So that's going to be something else, a sight to behold. I think it's cool because then we'll get more gunfights and just, more all-around action, right? The woods is probably going to be populated with these AI now because they weren't before, but it says that they'll be populated some new zones. Sorry, that's the translation there. But basically, I guess they're saying that, in the zones in woods, they will be populated with AI that will have these changes. So now, on to the next thing. I had already been saying this ad hominem, ad nauseum, whatever, about the AI eventually having assault rifles, etc. And we've seen that happen with the AKS-74Us and, the Saigas and, the vests and armor, so on and so forth. And I had also been saying that they would eventually have sniper AI. And the reason is because, obviously they had been showing us, pictures of the woods, and these are pictures with the, you can clearly tell that it's the AI by the different types of jackets and gloves that they're wearing, and they're holding, the VSS. And so that, was just made it obvious to me, right? So I told people eventually they're going to get harder and we'll get these snipers. So that's exactly what's going to happen. Now the players will have to remember there are some optical scopes in the game, and sometimes it makes more sense not to kill each other and not to pass dangerous open spaces, without the support of a team marksman. So that is going to add another bit of hardcore and dynamics to this game. I really think that it's great because, eventually we'll have skills, so things will balance out a little more. But for now, boy, there's no more running through woods, dude. Like, just running through open areas like it's nothing. You're going to have to, really pay attention now. Even customs, imagine if they're on factory. Gosh, that's going to really suck. A lot of people are going to be losing gears. Complaints on the forums incoming. So anyway, moving on. Reworked AI accuracy. I think that's pretty much kind of deals with the logically limited with weapons effective distance that we heard about, the firing range. Those kind of go together. So I think that the accuracy, of course, people have complained about it and said that they are just too accurate. Also, you got to realize, once again, with skills, we will be a lot more accurate than we would normally be. But of course, tuning it doesn't necessarily hurt. We'll just kind of have to see how that works. But that's what we are supposed to do as testers, is to check it out and help make it better, right? So they are also planning on reworking the AI sound behavior, more adequate reaction to steps and sprint. So normally, I guess when we run by or we make noises, they will come, but what they do is sometimes they'll come to a doorway and they'll hear us and they'll come to the doorway, but then we are behind them and they just sit there and they don't turn around, or sometimes they turn around and do a 180, headshot. So couple the accuracy and the firing range and all of those things together with this will definitely, I think, work it all out and, just make it a little bit more fluid and, a little less dangerous, sort of, I guess, in other ways it will be, even more dangerous just because, if they respond to your steps and you're sprinting, the way they may do it is when they hear you sprint, they may start sprinting. You know what I mean? Because normally they just, they'll walk around and they're just looking with their with their weapon. So we got to see what that is going to be about. Improved AI reaction to player operating in close proximity. So I'm not sure exactly what that is. I mean, I know where it says that they have also learned hiding out and letting the enemy come close. I think that kind of will play into that maybe, so that when you're, I know that they're going to change some things with the audio. They said that they would say things in specific situations automatically without you having to say it, and it would not be in any way that would like alert them to your position. So maybe, you move around and they'll say, hey, I see you, or something like that. You know what I mean? I'm not sure exactly how all of that's going to work. I'm assuming that, this will kind of all tie everything in together in how they handle you, and not necessarily just shooting you on sight. Maybe they will pay more attention to, where you're at, and kind of, set themselves up in a better way, like making these ambushes like it says in the earlier notes. So we'll just have to wait to see on that one as well. Like I said, this is all just a preliminary statement about what these things are, what these changes are going to be, rather. So we will see exactly how it all plays out, right? So anyway, tactics adjustment in combat. So I guess maybe it would be like, okay, they know you're around the corner. Like, let's say all of these other things are in play and they can hear you and they know you're walking up close. They're around, like, let's say they normally would come to the door, like they do sometimes, and then they just, what is his name? Gosh, what is the stupid character's name, dude? Foxy, like Foxy the Pirate. Just come around the corner like that and just boom, blast you in the head, right? Maybe what they'll do is they'll back up, like at the exit in factory. They'll back up and then they'll just like come around the other side of the container, the trash dumpster or whatever, and shoot you like that. Who knows? I don't know. So improved AI spawning algorithm. A lot of people have complained about the spawn of the AI, where they spawn and how they spawn. You can see obviously in this video, you'll see getting overrun by scavs. So just changing how that all works. And I think that that's going to be a really good thing. I guess it'll be more situational based, procedurally generated is the term, I guess. So I think these are all great changes. I think that it's going to be awesome. You guys tell me what you think in the comments section, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.